Hey Capricorn, we're going to do a reading on your sign for what's going to be going down with you during the sun transiting through Aquarius. It moved in there today along with the planet Pluto. Pluto brings a lot of transformation. It brings things up that are under the surface, it brings them to the surface. And it's in the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius is independence, innovation, freedom. It's about being able to be yourself. All right, so I'm going to explain quick how I'm going to do the reading. This card is what's going to be like the trigger. It's like what you don't see coming. It's like in the shadows. It sets off the events that lead to this. We'll pull a card for each area, and then we'll pull cards for what's beneath the surface, and then we'll pull clarifiers for each card. All right. So, Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. We'll start in the center, and then we'll pull here and here in a minute. Ooh, opportunity with the Queen of Cups. And the Three of Cups. Just keep hearing, like, going out, celebrating, having a good time. The Fool. A new journey. A new journey. All right. Who sets this off? Ooh, lots of feeling, lots of love, I'm hearing gratitude, victory, victory after a long battle, success. Everyone's happy to see you. They're like, woohoo, Capricorn's here. We love Capricorn. And it makes you feel good. It makes you feel good. This is good because some of the readings, energy's been heavy. But let's not get too excited yet because there could be things lurking under the surface with this stuff. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is about deception, concealing something. The Ten of Cups. It's like a fairy tale. Underneath the Ten of Cups, you have the King of Wands. It's like wanting to go after happiness, wanting to go after your dream. Like, what's your fairy tale? You know, everyone's fairy tale is different. It's not always about princes and princesses and love, you know. But there is a lot of feeling here. Feels good. Oh, I hear that song, Sun in the Sky, You Know How I Feel. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm trying to, like, hear the lyrics. Yeah, I love that song, but for some reason I'm like, why am I having a hard time getting the words out? Oh, Seven of Swords. This guy, he doesn't really know how to deal with stuff. So he'll kind of bullshit a little. You know, kind of like, I don't want people to know this about me or see this about me. I'll give them this little bit of me, but not all of this. I'll give them some of my thoughts, but not all of them. What's that about? All right, what's under the surface? Yeah, see, this King of Wands wants this opportunity. Opportunity for happiness, but feeling all day, every time I pull the Four of Pentacles, I keep just hearing the word complacent. It's like the spark. The spark's there. Wanting to do it's there. But this is a fearful energy. This is a nervous, fearful energy. But like there's celebration, like people are talking, they're having a good time. And it's like you are too, but not the same. I don't know what that means. We'll get more information when we pull clarifiers on everything. But first, let's see what's under the surface with this Ace of Cups. Yeah. Ah, boy. The sun. The sun is happiness. It feels good. It feels warm. It's like the star. It's almost like when I look at this woman, she's looking at the stars. Like I don't want it to go away. I don't want it to go away. I don't want this warm feeling inside to go away. It feels too good. All right, what's the Seven of Swords energy? It feels too good. You don't want it to go away because it's a new dawn, it's a new day. But if you get in that Seven of Swords energy, it's gonna go away. Six of Cups. Oh, it's almost like... All right, Six of Cups is like nostalgia. Like looking at a memory. Is it the memory of this that happens over here? Then all of a sudden it's like you're nervous. You don't know how to interact with it. You don't know how to interact with it. You want a solid plan, but oh no, is it going to take too long? The Knight of Pentacles is slow, but he's very methodical. He's very methodical. It's like trying to shy away until you have like the right plan. The right plan, because when you think about this, it's like, oh, that feels so good. It feels so good. I want it to stay. Yeah, makes you feel grounded, like the King of Pentacles. All right, let's pull clarifiers. Let's clarify the star. You don't want to sabotage it. You don't want to sabotage. See, you're aware of this energy in you. You don't want to sabotage it. That's why when I saw the star card, I was like, it's like she's looking up like, I don't want it to go away. Like, look at him. It's like he's looking at them like, I don't want them to go away. And the Hanged Man, it's like, how can I get them to stay? I want a new perspective. Right now my perspective is short-sighted. I can't see the light in the dark. All I know right now is that I feel something that I like feeling. Mm, the Hermit. The Hermit brings the light to the dark. Gotta go inwards. I feel like all my readings, I keep saying that. Gotta go inwards. The Hermit keeps coming up. The Lovers keeps coming up in all the readings. If we pull the Lovers in this reading, I wouldn't be surprised. Just because of how much it's been coming up and how much the Hermit's been coming up. I feel like there's a lot of changes with relationships for people right now under this energy. People liberating themselves and getting out of relationships, or 11:11 on the clock, or people liberating themselves from being single and getting into relationships. But going inwards, it's like I don't want to sabotage this, but you have to understand why do you self-sabotage? If it's I just heard I'm nervous they won't like me. If you're nervous they won't like you, why are you nervous they won't like you? What happened to you? Not like what's wrong with you that you think that, because there's nothing wrong with you. Something happened to you to make you feel that way. What happened to you? Think about what happened to you, and go into that. And it's a trauma. When trauma happens, during the trauma, we don't know how to integrate it. So we go into survival mode, and it gets integrated from a state of survival. And then it can create self-sabotaging behavior, deceptive behavior. But if we go in and we look at that and we understand what happened to us and see it from a new perspective, from an older, wiser point of view than when it originally happened to you, then you can reintegrate what that experience was for you. Um, it's hard to do that sometimes. I know it sucks. It sucks. But it's so worth it. It's so worth it. It's so worth it, because you know what? When you go in and you face that part of yourself and you heal it so it can work with you in the future instead of sabotaging you, then you can have this and you can keep it. And it won't just be a new dawn, a new day, and it'll be a new life. Because right now, this experience, it'll be like, ooh, a new dawn, a new day. It feels good, but you want it to become your life, and not just a day. Oh, I just knocked over some other stuff. Oh, let me pick up this mess that I'm making. Yeah, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna pick up the mess that you're making. And you do that by going in and getting to know how it is that you make a mess of situations. Not saying you make a mess of all situations. Capricorn is very, very structured. They don't like making mistakes. If they do, they fix them. But nobody is exempt from trauma, and nobody is exempt from having trauma responses. We all have them. Um, Most people aren't aware of them, though. Most people don't understand why they act the way they do, why other people act the way they do. 14:44 on the clock. Um, yeah, when I say numbers, if I notice like a number that I consider synchronistic on the clock, um, If you go Google it after, because I've been going or Googling after I do the readings, and then I'll read what the angel number means, and then I'll go back to the video and play that time, and I'm like, oh my God, this message actually goes with what I was talking about at that time. So crazy. It's just confirmation. All right. What's this King of Wands with the Ace of Pentacles? Mm. Okay. Oh, we got the Six of Cups again. Yeah, that felt good. It did. It did, and you want another opportunity for it. You want another opportunity for it, but you got to come out of the cold. Got to come out of the cold and go on a new adventure. You can learn on this adventure. It's an adventure because there's this energy. So to leave this Seven of Swords or this Five of Swords, the sabotaging energy behind it'll be an adventure. It's something you've never done before, so of course it's going to be an adventure, but it gets you out of this Five of Pentacles energy. The King of Wands doesn't want to be in this Five of Pentacles energy. The King of Wands is fiery, he's passionate, he doesn't want to be out in the cold. Because he really liked how this felt. The sweetness of it. The innocence of it. Six of Wands. Eight of Wands. Go for it. Okay. I'm like, go for it, but you're like, yeah, I mean, I really do want this cup, but I don't know what to do with these cups that I already have. Hmm. Hmm. All right, it's like relationships that you've had, regardless of the type of relationship, whether it's platonic, romantic, professional, always end up left in this energy of I can't even be happy with what I have. But I want victory. I want to move forward with victory. I want to be happy. I don't want to feel like this. But the only reason you feel like this is because in the past with these connections, you either sabotaged and concealed or walked away instead of staying and dealing with it, or this could just be from that initial trauma that made you feel like I'm not allowed to take this. I'm not deserving of it. But you are. You are. You are deserving of it. You're deserving of this victory, this passion, this fire. Your Queen of Cups energy, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. We all carry both masculine and feminine energies within us. And one aspect of the feminine energy is the Queen of Cups. It's feeling everything, having empathy. But when she's out of balance, it's hard for her to be empathetic because she's drowned by her emotions. She just wanted to be happy. She just wanted to succeed. In acquiring all the cups and acquiring all the connections and all the relationships. But stuff from the past just... That's why it's important to face these aspects of ourselves and really learn and understand them. All right, what's this? Four of Pentacles and Three of Cups. King of Swords. I want to talk. I want to speak, but I want to speak truth. It's hard for me to speak truth because of my beliefs. Knight of Wands. It's like, I just keep hearing like excited about your truth. You're excited, like all right, so it feels like in the past, whatever the trauma was, it felt like you were excited to connect with people and share who you are, who you truthfully are. But then something happened and it hurt your ego, it bruised your ego, and it just made you complacent with what you're giving and receiving. Like over here, the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles equals Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is reciprocity. It's equal give and take. There wasn't reciprocity for you in the past. You weren't treated equally, and you didn't treat equally, but it's because you weren't treated equally, so you didn't know how to treat equally. I'm just going with what's coming in. At the bottom of the deck, we got Temperance. Trying to balance. It takes time and it takes patience to bring the feelings into balance. It's like having to balance the feelings and the thoughts in order to change the belief. But in order to balance the feelings and the thoughts and change the belief, you have to look at it. Look at it all. The good, the bad, the ugly. About yourself. Yeah, look at the good, the bad, the ugly about other people, so that way you know how to discern from who's a douchebag and who's not. But this really feels like you're going to look at the good, the bad, the ugly about yourself and accept those things about yourself, because there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. Just because someone else treated you a certain way, that's because they had their own problems that they didn't deal with. And then they put it on you, and then you take it on, and then you go and you treat people that way, and you don't even want to treat people that way. Because you know it's not right. You're Capricorn. You want to do things right. If you're going to do it right. That's like the Capricorn motto. All right, let's pull on the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. What kind of plan? What kind of plan? What kind of plan? See all these swords? They're coming down. It's like piercing, like disturbing his sleep. It's the anxiety. It's the anxiety. It's the anxiety. Because you need to walk away from what no longer serves you. But before you can walk away from what no longer serves you, you need to understand what it is that isn't serving you anymore. And it's self-sabotaging behavior that isn't serving you anymore. It's past traumas. It's being in survival mode from a past trauma that is not serving you anymore. That trauma's over. It needs to be left in the past, but it's not left in the past because it wasn't faced and it wasn't dealt with. And if it's not faced and dealt with, then it's just pushed below the surface. And it just stays there lurking. And anytime you want to move forward with something like this that feels good, it starts getting irritated underneath the surface, and then it starts making you feel insecure, not knowing how to handle it. That's the solid plan. That's the solid plan. Walking away from a broken dream, walking away from a nightmare. 9 of Swords is a nightmare. 8 of Cups can represent a broken dream. And what's a broken dream? It's a fucking nightmare. Right? And we got the 4 of Wands at the bottom. There wasn't stability for this in the past. You can have this stability. You can have your stability brought together. Like it's like both sides of you. This all right, in order to connect and with another person like this, like woohoo, we're gonna do it together, we did it together, we're succeeding. Before you can do that, you have to look at both your masculine and your feminine energy. How are they wounded? Have you healed them? Do they need help? And once you go in and figure all that shit out, then your outer world very much shows you what your inner world looks like. So it's like, all right, Capricorn, you like control. Say you run a tight ship. Say your house is perfectly clean. You want to keep it perfectly clean. You want to be in control. You keep your house so clean so that you can be in control. Why are you trying to control the outer environment so much? Because you're trying to control your inner so much. I mean, one would think if your house is perfectly clean, well, then on the inside must be perfectly clean. Well, is your house like meticulously clean? Like, are you OCD when it comes to keeping it clean? Why are you OCD? What's creating that tick, that itch? This needs to be clean because if it's not right. Really? Is it the outer world that's not right, or is it the inner world? Is it inside of you that's not right? And then sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes our home is a complete and total mess because inside we're a complete and total mess and we've lost control inside and outside. But you got to go inwards. Not just you, everybody. Everybody needs to go inwards and face what's hidden in their shadows. The world will be a much better place if everybody starts doing that. There will be so much to celebrate. So much union, reunion, Mm. So much passion, so much drive. I don't know why I just heard dignity. Yeah, if people go inwards and face their shadows and work on their stuff, then they'll be more dignified and they can make more appropriate decisions so they don't like lose themselves in what it is that they're doing. All right, Capricorn. Good luck with this energy, and please, please don't sabotage this. Don't sabotage this. Don't hide from it. But also don't go into it not facing why you sabotaged, because then you're still going to end up sabotaging it. If you're like, oh, I'm not going to run and hide from it, but I'm still going to go in anyways without even looking at my shit, well, you're going to end up sabotaging it. Not trying to be a negative Nancy, but that's just how energy works. Law of attraction. We attract what we feel. If we feel like dipping out, then all this is going to dip out. All right, guys. Have a good one.